What's going on, sports fans? This is Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. Happy Saturday to you all. It is college football all day today, and one of those great games happened this morning. Alabama versus Texas. That was one of the big games this afternoon. What a game. What a game. It was a thriller in Texas. Texas nearly pulled off the stunner. They almost, beat Alabama, a top ranked school in college football. Just an impressive all around performance from Texas. And Texas hung around even after losing their starting quarterback. They lost Quinn Ewers to what was a devastating injury after the first quarter. So, I mean, Texas was able to stick around. They was able, to really challenge Alabama. Alabama didn't have their best performance at all. There was times that Alabama looked very sluggish. They, lacked, that mental toughness, it seems. And, this is a team that showed a disappointing lack of preparedness. This is a team that played very sloppy, and they were very undisciplined. That's not, Alabama football. That was very uncharacteristic of Alabama. Alabama usually doesn't commit a lot of penalties, and today you saw them commit 15 penalties. I mean, that was one short of the record, I believe, for the most penalties. It was a tough day for Alabama, but they grinded it out. They got the win. And every win, as we know in professional sports or college sports, every win is not going to be pretty. There's going to be some times that you win ugly. And today, Alabama won ugly. But they'll take it. It's a victory. They were able to avoid the upset against Texas. Because Texas, man, it looked for a minute as if an upset was brewing in Austin, Texas, in which it was. I even posted it up on my Twitter. I posted it up on my fan page, and I said there was an upset brewing in Texas, and I really thought the Longhorns was going to pull off the biggest upset this year. Because it was looking that way. It just looked like Texas had all the momentum and everything was working for them. And I felt like the defense kind of let up. They kind of took their foot off the gas pedal late there. Bryce Young was able to stay on his feet. And when they needed him to be spectacular, he was spectacular. Now, I know I had some people coming at me earlier. Some people were very critical of my comment because I did say Bryce Young was legendary. What I meant to say is that he was legendary on that final drive. No, he didn't, by any means, he didn't have a legendary performance today. He struggled. He wasn't running the football effectively. His passes didn't look sharp. He didn't look like Bryce Young. He didn't look like the Heisman Trophy winner. It was a tough day. But again, this is a team that found a way to win. And, Alabama has, year after year, it has demonstrated resilience. And we saw that again. So Alabama survives a nail biter. It was a nail biting finish. They came away with a 2019 win. They escaped the heart of Texas. They really did. They escaped the heart of Texas. I felt Young was legendary on that final drive. I'm gonna defend that comment that I made because I feel like that was a legendary finish to the game. And he led his team down the field when they needed him to. It was great execution on that final drive. You saw some situational football, excellent athleticism. We know that about him, that he has great awareness inside the pocket. He is absolutely clutch, like we saw in that final drive. And I like games like that. I like games that that come down to the final possession and come down to a game-winning field goal. Games like that are exciting, and that's the type of player that Bryce Young is. He brings excitement to the game. Even though he wasn't flawless today, even though he didn't have his best game, this is a guy who is still one of the most exciting players in all of football. We know that he is capable of leading this very, very good Alabama team, a team that's very, very talented. Again, I had to catch my breath at the end of the game. I had to catch my breath, but this was a mental win for Alabama. Again, Bryce Young stepped up when he had to, and he showed the poise that everybody is accustomed to seeing, and Alabama's offense continues to be polished, even though they didn't have that great of a day. I mean, and this happens to great teams. It's how they bounce back. It's how they finish. And they finish strong at the end, and what I like about Bryce Young, and I think I said this last year, he is calm in the pocket. He is so calm. He is comfortable. He is cool, calm, and collective. And I like his persona. I like his demeanor. I like how he approaches every single game. And he can make those throws. He have the ability to make plays. But Alabama today, they escaped by the hair of their chinny chin. They really was fortunate to win that game. And it might have been a different scenario if Ewers didn't go down with that injury. Texas could have won this game by 10 points very easily. There was some terrible calls by the refs. A lot of people are saying that, Alabama had help from the refs, and that's the big controversy following the game, that Alabama had help from the officials. Texas was robbed of a safety and missed a gimme field goal. And they could have very well been up 21-17, but they trailed 17-16 with a little about 8 minutes left to play. I believe it was in that first half. And then the backup quarterback, Hudson Card, had to take over the majority of the snaps. But it was a very, very poor performance from Alabama. But Alabama again was able to avoid the upset, and they beat an unranked Texas team that a lot of people counted out from the start of the game. A lot of people had Texas getting demoralized. A lot of people had Texas, suffering the Alabama beatdown. A lot of people really thought this game was going to be a blowout, but it wasn't. Texas kept it close, and Alabama was able to survive on a last-minute field goal on Saturday. But it wasn't Bryce Young's best performance. Again, he struggled. The reigning Heisman Trophy winner was sacked twice and pressured on 12 dropbacks. But because he's able to extend plays with his feet, and because he is able to, elude the pressure, he was able to stay on his feet on that final drive and lead his team to a crucial victory. But Ewers going down on his shoulder first, that was a recipe for a collarbone injury, for a serious shoulder injury. He left the game with a clavicle injury late in the first quarter after he was playing so well. I mean, he was off to a tremendous start. He completed 9 of 12 passes for 134 yards. And, it looked like there was going to be a quarterback duel between both Bryce Young and Ewers, had Ewers been able to stay in the game. But a huge loss for Texas. A disappointing loss. They almost had the game. They had the game in the bag. It was almost secured. But again, Alabama, you left too much time on the clock for the amazing Bryce Young to dial up a play, and that's what he did. Um, you know, he got the ball back and, you know, orchestrated some a great drive and got it done. Got it done for his team. And Alabama was able to come away with a thrilling victory. You guys have a wonderful day. I want to thank you guys for watching this video. Before I go, I just want to remind everyone to hit the subscribe button on my YouTube channel. If you guys are watching this on my YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button. It only takes a few seconds. And if you guys are watching this on Facebook, like and share this video. I really appreciate it. That's awesome if you guys can do that for me. But till next time, I'll see you guys later. I'll be back sometime soon, probably tomorrow for NFL Sunday. We'll talk some NFL football tomorrow. I did want to do a video on the MLB and the rule changes, so I might come back later on and talk a little bit about that. But I'll see you guys when I see you guys again. You guys enjoy all the college football games today. I'm getting ready for the USC game. As you see, I am prepared. I got my USC attire on today. They have a huge matchup today. They have a big game against Stanford. And we'll learn more about USC today. We'll learn more about the team, and we'll probably be able to have more of an identity on who they are. So I'm looking forward to that game. But I'm checking out now. You guys take care. Have a wonderful day. Bye.